All right, we got more guests and more bourbon.
Full house, and they came with gifts.
Yeah, I don't think those are gifts.
You don't think so?
I think those are display
Props.
items. We got Bryan Warren, the executive director at Educational Justice, and Walter Zausch. Is that right?
That's
the
right,
the CEO of Whiskey Thief, here with us today to talk about the Kentucky Bourbon Raffle.
Well,
It's exciting.
first of all, I'd like to ask Bryan to tell us about Educational Justice. What is that?
Well, we're an organization. I mean, there's a lot of kids in our community that struggle academically, and some kids have opportunities to get tutoring and other resources, but there's a lot of kids in the state of Kentucky in our communities that don't have the chance to get that extra additional help to help them get over that academic hump. And we've seen a real big drop in academic in learning loss during COVID, and so we run a program that has a really interesting solution. We recruit and train high school students to use their community service hours to pair up with a single middle school student to kind of work as a year-long mentor to help them increase that academic loss. And so it's really beautiful, to watch these two kids work together. They become friends.
Right.
And
It's good for both kids because you
Absolutely.
got the one who's doing the mentoring. It makes them feel good and gives them a sense of that they're really doing something for somebody else. And then the student who's getting the mentoring and tutoring, because they obviously are in need of that. So how did you form this organization?
Well, it was actually founded by a guy named Moshe Ahayan, but he was a tutor, and he realized that he could not alone tutor thousands of kids. And so there had to be a scalable solution. And he was actually working one day with a student writing a college acceptance letter, and they were talking about how he uses community service hours. And he found that he was doing good community service. He was unpacking boxes and stacking cans for a soup kitchen. But he said, there's something more this kid could do with his knowledge and experience and his academic success, and we need him and kids like him across the state to be able to do that.
Well, okay, that's great. That's awesome you guys are doing that. Let's learn about Whiskey Thief Distilling. Walter, tell us about what you guys do over there.
Yeah, so we're a 10-year-old small craft distillery right here in Franklin County, Frankfort. And probably best kept secret, I'd like to think, in Kentucky around bourbon. And we met Educational Justice, their big gala that they had this past year, and got involved and just really believed in the mission and wanted to be part of it. So we're helping them out with the Bourbon Raffle. We had a big event out at our distillery to kind of kick off the program and the raffle. And in the process, we've donated a barrel of whiskey to that cause. So someone will win that, and we're excited to do that.
So let's hear about how this is going to work. First of all, so you're selling tickets.
Yep.
For this bourbon raffle, and the money from the tickets is going to go to Educational Justice and going to help all these kids out. But tell us about the process. How does it work?
So the winner of the raffle will come to the farm, taste from, I don't know exactly how many barrels of bourbon, let's say 4 to 6 different barrels, select the one they like, and then we will bottle it up for them, label it. They can kind of help design the packaging a little bit for themselves to kind of make it special.
Okay.
And so
they get to come and taste out of different
exactly.
barrels,
So
what they
everything
like.
we do at Whiskey Thief is uncut and unfiltered. We thieve it right out of the barrel.
Yep.
So unless they want it proof down,
Right.
which essentially means adding water, right?
Yeah,
so
why would you do that?
some people want to do it. It's
You do
easier
that in your glass.
drinks potentially, but we do try to keep it at barrel strength. But they can get it however they want it. It's their barrel to kind of make their own and do with it as they want. So.
Well, I think I read that during the tasting, you do the tasting with people from the distilling team.
Yes,
and
usually I think for this one, our master distiller will be there. Maybe one of our associate distillers as well. So I may join in. Why not?
Now, do you have a special the master distiller? Was there something with the Discovery Channel?
Yeah, so our master distiller is actually, his name's Hunter Coffey. He's from this area. We also have an associate distiller that we recently hired named Kelly Tennille. And she just won the master distillers, the Moonshiner Master Distiller competition, the 5th season on the Discovery Channel this year. So yeah, a little bit of a celebrity. We kind of tease her about that.
That's absolutely a celebrity.
But we're excited. She's very, very talented.
Yeah.
She's doing a lot of our gins and kind of specialty spirits, and she's so good. She's really good. Yeah.
So tell us how much are tickets and where can people get them?
Tickets are $100, and you can get them at KentuckyBourbonRaffle.org. And outside of the fantastic barrel you can get from Whiskey Thief, there's also 21 other lots, including a great selection of Buffalo Trace bourbons, things from Woodford Reserve. So the kind of plethora of opportunities of bourbons here in Kentucky are available within that. And so there's a really good chance for you to win something really, really nice.
Oh, okay. So it's in addition to just the Whiskey Thief getting the barrel bottled, there's all kinds of other things that you could win.
Yeah, we have a beautiful flight of Weller. One of the interesting and unique lots is Metallica's Blackened brand. And so we have a flight of Metallica's Blackened with one of the bottles signed by the band members. So it's really, really cool.
Oh, wow.
So when you draw the winners, are they assigned to the lot, or is it like they get to pick?
They don't get to pick.
Okay.
So we'll be picking an order. So lot 1, we'll pick that, and that's what you win.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, everything is really, really nice.
Sure.
Yeah. No one's going home upset.
Right. Well,
right.
I have a question about if you win a barrel of bourbon, how much is that? I mean,
How many bottles?
How many bottles?
Well, it depends on the
And then what's the
age,
value?
because barrels are always evaporating the
Yeah.
content. It's called
Right.
the angel share.
Yeah.
So it depends on the age. You lose about 10% of the barrel the very first year, and then about 6 to 7%, depending on the barrel, every year after. But roughly, to
But it's
answer your
getting better
question,
and better.
about 180-ish bottles.
Wow.
Should last you a couple weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Great Christmas, set for Christmas forever.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So that's a valuable prize. for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
All right. Well,
Well, I just do we?
Yeah, go ahead.
When we have people on here, I want to talk.
I
So,
know.
so let's talk about the. Do y'all have multiple recipes, flavor? I mean, is it, or do you have a standard? And
Yeah, so our kind of specialty is single barrel products. So very small, as I mentioned, craft distillery, everything being distilled in a 650 gallon Vendome pot still, and that affords us the ability to really do all kinds of different mash bills,
Sure.
try different things, see what works. And then when you put it in the barrel really takes over the flavoring of the bourbon, regardless kind of what you do. Yes, your decisions on the front side make a big impact, but that barrel really does about 90% of the lifting to flavor that bourbon. So when after it's aged, every barrel is this kind of organic, natural
Same
thing.
thing, right.
Every barrel of whiskey will taste a little different. In some cases, a lot different. So, so we really specialize in that single barrel product. Yeah,
And you make all your own
we do.
juice.
Yep.
That's great. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you have these new ones that pop up and
Right.
they're getting their
Right.
sourcing
Well, the
and
benefit is
stuff otherwise.
we've been around for 10 years.
Sure.
So we've been distilling for a while. So if you come out to visit us, you'll be tasting 5, 6, 7-year-old
Right.
bourbons.
okay.
Awesome.
Well, I want to hear just a little bit more about the raffle itself, because I want people to pony up and give their money, because we got to support these kids, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, how many tickets are y'all selling?
We're selling 2,000 tickets.
Okay.
Again, $100 per ticket.
And is there any limit to, I mean, are there parameters as to who can participate, and can you buy more than one ticket? Do you have to be a certain age? That kind of thing.
Yeah, 21 and over.
Okay.
But you can buy as many tickets as you want. If you want to buy out the rest of the lots, go for it. I'm happy to sell them to you. And then we'll be doing our drawing at June 23rd next Friday out at Whiskey Thief.
Okay.
And so people are welcome to come out and join us for
Is
that.
that going to be a big event?
Oh yeah, we'll
Okay.
have food. Walter out there talking about the bourbon and doing the drawing.
Nice. And just as a total, I've read like there's going to be 22 winners.
Yeah, so we have 22 lots, so 22
22
winners. That's
lots.
like, I'm not a math major, but something like 1 in 90 chance of winning something really good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And if people aren't familiar with the Whiskey Thief, that to get there, it's out towards Grafenberg, right?
That's right. So we're right off Crab Orchard Road. So we're basically just about a half mile north of 64 there at the Grafenberg-Lawrenceburg exit. And
Right.
Not far at
That's
all.
off
Not
of
far.
what, 151?
151.
151 people. Get out there, and that's June 23rd.
That's right.
What time?
6-ish, yes.
6ish.
We're,
Okay.
Yes.
Get out there early and
Get
just,
out there early, enjoy some food.
It's
and-
farm time, so it's kind of flexible.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's fine. I was going to ask him the question of the day.
I was going to tell people if they want more information about the raffle itself, go to KentuckyBourbonRaffle.org.
That's important.
It's very important.
All right, question of the day. How do you take your bourbon? What's your favorite way to take bourbon? And, you know,
Well, I get the benefit of tasting bourbon out of the barrel using a whiskey thief, which is the tool you use to pull the
Oh,
whiskey.
is that what that is?
Yeah, that's sort of the name.
it's not a criminal.
We didn't. Yeah, there's no criminal element to
that's
this.
cute.
But in any case, so we thieve it out of the barrel, and so that neat out straight out of the barrel, uncut and unfiltered is how I like it. But I did want to mention, we have. I would argue the county's best bourbon slushy. So you're gonna have to come out.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of what we're known for. In addition
All right.
to the, you can only do that drinking neat bourbons for so long.
Right,
You gotta,
right.
so the bourbon slushies though, especially when it's hot and warm
Yeah,
and summery.
absolutely. Okay,
they're
I'm
a big
in.
hit. Yeah.
so
in.
Kathy, get one of those on next Friday when she comes out.
Well, I'll
for
tell
the
you, it's
thing.
Thursday.
Thursday. So.
And I will tell you that I've learned what a whiskey thief is, and that you thieve it out of the barrel,
Yep.
and that y'all have the best bourbon slushies.
There you go.
So I can call it a day. What about you? How do you take your bourbon?
Well, of course, always like to drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Right.
Good call.
Right.
But I like it in a variety of ways. Similar to you, Harvey. I mean, as long as it's in a glass and I'm drinking it, I'm usually pretty happy. But I do love a good Kentucky Mule, and I particularly like that pairing with a little bit of Ale-8. Nice way to do it. Kentucky product with
call,
Kentucky
yeah.
product.
There you go.
Good
I
call.
like that. So one last time, I want to make clear, because I think I've said two different things. The drawing is on the 23rd.
Yeah.
Is that on Friday? Is that
That's
Thursday?
Friday.
It's
That's Friday.
Okay. You were right.
Can we just clip that where Kathy says I was right? That'd be great.
At 8 o'clock? It's
No,
at 8 o'clock.
no.
Oh, it
6.
starts at 6.
That's what we said.
Okay, well, I'm getting signals.
Penny's
Starts
calling
at
for the
6.
bullpen earlier. Starts at 6.
Okay, Friday, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Whiskey Thief. Go get some good food, get a bourbon slushy, and buy your
Buy your raffle
tickets.
tickets.
And support kids.
Support kids, for sure. That's most important, I would say.
Thank you guys so much for coming and spending some time. It's been very entertaining.
Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome
Yes.
back any other time.
Yes.
Excellent.
And you can bring your props
Right.
with a glass.
Yeah. Feel free to leave them over there if you're.
We thank you guys again.
Yeah.